When you start to replace the way you think, you start to challenge your belief. What's holding people, many cases, is habit and belief. When you believe that this is the way it's work, you're the only person can change it. Nobody else can change it. But I can work with you how to replace that. Because you don't change habit, you don't change belief, you replace that. Every habit, when you look close into, it's built from time and activity. So you replace the activity, now you replace the habit. I give you example. Let's say you go to the gym every day from 7 to 8 in the morning. That's it's you every day you go to the gym. It's become habitual. You wake up in the morning, you do what you do, you go to the gym. Now something came up and you need the time in the morning to do some different activity. So now you move the gym to the afternoon or the evening. You replace activity. You didn't touch the time. The time stayed the same. Now you say to yourself, I couldn't believe I can do that. I couldn't believe I can switch it from the morning to the evening. Because my belief was in the morning is the best time. Now when I shifted to the afternoon, it's even better. Because I accomplished much more in the morning. So you see how the beliefs sit there?
Okay, coming back to professionals like lawyers who spend a lot of time learning and actually practicing, entrepreneurs of different kind, maybe some other related professions, as I say. What common challenges do you see in these various professional fields regarding personal and professional growth? I'm still trying to find why people coming to you and yeah.
I understand. People have habit. We are habitual people. Even the way we thinking is habitual. Which is mean we think the same thing again and again. When you start to replace the way you think, you start to challenge your belief. When you challenge your belief, everything is open up. What's holding people, many cases, is habit and belief. When you believe that this is the way it's work, you're the only person can change it. Nobody else can change it. But I can work with you how to replace that. Because you don't change habit, you don't change belief, you replace that. Every habit, when you look close into, it's built from time and activity. So you replace the activity, now you replace the habit. You replace the habit, now your belief. Wait a minute, I couldn't know. I couldn't believe I can. I give you example. Let's say you go to the gym every day from 7 to 8 in the morning. Every day you go to the gym. It's become habitual. You wake up in the morning, you do what you do, you go to the gym. Now something came up and you need the time in the morning to do some different activity. So now you move the gym to the afternoon or the evening. You replace activity. You didn't touch the time. The time stayed the same. Now you say to yourself, I couldn't believe I can do that. I couldn't believe I can switch it from the morning to the evening. Because my belief was in the morning is the best time. Now when I shifted to the afternoon, it's even better. Because I accomplished much more in the morning. So you see how the belief sit there? So now you replace the belief. Now belief, there is many belief that false belief or superstitious is belief. If you say, I'm not going to open umbrella in a house because something bad will happen, that's belief. So when you come to my place and I open umbrella in a house, now I shock you, say, what are you doing? Why, you open umbrella in a house? No, don't do that. Something bad will happen. And I will say, who told you that? I don't believe in that. My belief is different. So belief is controversial. Unless I prove you that you can challenge that, you're not going to do anything. And that most of the work that I do is communication, because we deal with people all the time. Habit and believe.
Okay. You mentioned that people want to learn better ways to communicate and build a relationship. In your experience, what is the most significant obstacle people face in improving their skills? Why it's so hard sometimes?
How we learning? We use our five senses. We see, we hear, we touch, we feel, we bite. That's the way we're learning. How many times you take what you learn and you go to the sunset with? Very rarely, if any. So many things we know face value. Now you meet with someone that is expert on a topic. When you start to talk about that, you look like an idiot, you lose credibility, you lose everything on a spot. Because what you're talking about, you don't know what you're talking about. There is very simple question to avoid that you will never go into that trap. If I ask you, what do you know about? And fill the blank. Now I know what you know. Now I know what you don't know. It's even better. That's communication. So you will never fall into trap that you don't know what you're talking about.
You state that 90% of your clients achieve their desired results. What do you believe is a key factor in this high success rate?
It's a three thing. It's imagination, belief, and habit. Every person have imagination. How you use your imagination, which way you take it to that side or to the other side. Because people say, I don't have him. Yes, you have. Yes, you do. Yeah. When, let's say you're sitting here, I will ask you, you have a refrigerator at your home? Yes, I have. Do you know more or less what you have inside? Yes. How do you know? You're sitting here. You're not at home. You need to visualize that. So that's the way the world is working. If you want something, you visualize about that. When you visualize and you concentrate, you're going to start to see in 3D. So you need to think different than what you think so far. A lot of time is your capability of thinking. And now we go to believe and habit. That's the three things that either make you successful or leave you stagnant.
Haim, as someone who helps others to reinvent themselves, have you experienced significant personal reinvention during your coaching time experience? And how it shaped your coaching approach? How your clients affected you reinvent your new method?
I educate myself. I learn about people all the time. And there is no people that you can say their identity twin. Every person is different. Every person think differently, do differently. And it's fascinating. I enjoy that. There is many people that don't even pay me. I give them the whole formula, how I work. I just put it on the table. Take it, use it. People not going to do it because they love to hear it. But from one time, it's not going to make any difference. They need to hear it more and more. To hear it more and more, they hire me. I talk the language that I use. This is language that they never heard before.
And why? Here, I feel that I understand. Maybe because in North America, people didn't use to such direct approach speaking. No?
No, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. This morning, I was talking to somebody in England. She's not American. She's English. Yeah, it was the same thing. There is universal language that everybody uses, that you're more comfortable talking and using. When someone interrupts, when someone comes with different language, they pay attention. And that's what to build relationship. Yeah, the first thing that you do is make people feel good. When you make people feel good, now you start to communicate. But to stick out, you need to be different than the rest of the world. What makes you unique is because there is only one like you, and you need to show up. If people are afraid to show up, that's their challenge. And again, to show up, you need you want. to find someone who assists you or support you what you do. Like you're not going to be bullied and you're not going to be embarrassed.
You mentioned that educating, motivating, encouraging, as you say, supporting, and inspiring people. Which of these aspects do you find most challenging and why in your coaching?
All of them. All of them. It's not easy to inspire people. Yes. You ask about me, so it's not so complicated to inspire people to make them think. That's basically what I do. I make people think because I talk in language and I use phrase and I use methodology that they never have before. They never heard that before. They didn't think about that. So now they hear it for the first time. It's appeal to everyone? Yes. Is everyone going to take action on that? No. Why? It's their issue. I don't know what, because I'm not a therapist. What I'm looking is about what you can do with yourself on what you have and how you can go further than that and do it better. If you're willing to do it, I'll work with you. If you're not willing, stay who you are, stay where you're comfortable with yourself. I'm not good for every person.
So, having experienced a significant career and life change yourself, what advice do you have for our listeners considering a major life transition in midlife?
Find, again, as I will repeat that again, find someone that will assist you and support you without judgment. When you have that, now you have somebody that hold you back, hold you accountable to go forward in life. Because you're capable. Every person is capable to do things. It depends how much you want it. It may sound complicated, but it's not. I didn't have anybody to assist me or support me. I did everything on my own. I couldn't think about someone that can say, yeah, I'm supporting you. Until I got married. When I got married, yeah, that's what we said. Behind every successful person, there is the significant other. It can be male, it can be female, doesn't matter. But when you have that, that's the support that you need to. Someone believe in you and trust you. Otherwise, you can do what you want to do.
But I believe, and you mentioned that you are a life learner, that you're still learning, I don't know, from books, from some methods, from where's the source of your continuing self-education?
I get a lot of email from all kind of profession around the world. Yeah, that have something to say. So I listen, I read. If it's something that make me feel good, I adapt it. I put it down on paper. I reread. Sometime I reread back what I wrote and apply it. When I apply it, I see what the result I get. And I develop my own program, which is mean the most important thing when we communicate with people is to talk in the same language. Which is mean I want to know what language you're learning. Here is what I find out. I hear person that talk about metaphor. And he say, as a human being, we use about 6 metaphor in a minute. Every time that we want to describe something, we use metaphor to illustrate that. The metaphor that you're using, it comes from the way you're learning. Because you bring something that's close to you. That this is the way you understand that. Now, for me to understand how you're learning, I need to break out the metaphor that you're using 1 in 4 ways. If you visual, if you auditory, if you emotional, or you detail-oriented. Because that's the way you're talking. That's the way you're phrasing. If I don't listen to the word that you're using, I use the metaphor that you said. And that's tell me how you're learning. Now I can start to talk in your language, Now we have understanding. Otherwise, if I don't see what you hear, we're not communicating.
Again, Haim, you proved with your own life example that change and transformation are possible at any stage of life. What do you believe are the key ingredients for successful personal reinvention? What qualities in person?
There is few. First, again, I will repeat that again. You need someone supporting you. The second thing that you need is you take any decision that you have and make it right. You have decision to make, go ahead, do it. See what the result you get. Don't afraid. I give you example from that area. Let's say that you're at home and you're dead hungry. You never cook anything in your life. What the simple thing to do? Scramble egg. You take the egg, you break it, you scramble, 2 pieces of bread in a toaster. Now you have a meal. Is that meal gonna come the same way that you serve in a diner? No, but you have a meal. Now you want it to be like the diner. Do it every day for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you invite all your family. Come, I do you scramble egg. I'm better than the diner. What happened? You get experience. You do something that you didn't know anything about. You got experience. Now you become so good that you invite other people to come and eat.
Translating to the personal characteristic, it's, I understand, curiosity, consistency, lack of fear, as you mentioned. I just want to specify the qualities because, again, people still confused many times, let's say, even they have support, but people cannot, like adults, all the time with support. They need to rely on some kind of internal characteristics they have. You can support for once in a while, but it's this transformation or invention based on some internal qualities, like I have desire to do something, curiosity, as example, yeah? Or some people, I don't know, they have ambitions to achieve something, or they don't have. They want something, but they afraid or don't know how to start it.
It starts with someone that's supporting you. When someone is supporting you, now you replace your belief. You start to trust yourself. So the person that's supporting you is there, but you don't use them a lot the way you use them in the beginning. Now you start to trust yourself. When you start to trust yourself, nobody can bully you. You'll never be embarrassed. And here is the thing that people use a lot. They say, I'm stressed. I don't understand what is mean stress. There is stress, there is anxious, there is anxiety. Stress is something else. Stress is inside job, which means people stress out from 3 different things. How does that make you feel when nobody like you, nobody care, and nobody appreciate? That stress you out. So we use it in a way that's not supporting us, make us feel bad. But it's like a switch. Let's flip it to the other side, which is mean, if you don't like yourself, what you want from me? If you don't care about what you do, what do you expect? If you don't appreciate the outcome, why are you doing that? Now you eliminate the stress. Now you have when anxiety and anxious, that something that you have no control is outside of you. But for that, there is different way to work.
Chaim, when you speak about support, do you mean coach, life partner, neighbor, vis-a-vis? But what to do if person is single, lonely for some period of time?
Let me talk to him. Wow.
Okay. So you can provide support to any kind of person.
I can make him think differently. At least for an hour, then we meet. And if he like it, yeah, he may walk with me. If he don't like it, he can walk with someone else. But you can live by yourself. There is phrase that said, if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. If you want to go far, you go with other.
Some people have issue to find this other who will help them to come together to the stage.
I understand the way they operate, which is mean their belief and habit. It's something that's not supporting you. So you need to work on your belief and habit on place that will start to support you, which is mean you need to replace that. Not to change, to replace. And I recommend to people, don't change anything in your life. Don't do that. It's not good for you. When you talk about changing, when you agree to change anything, you admit that something wrong. Otherwise, why you change it?
But how transformation might come, how reinvention might come.
You add. You have one story building, you add another floor, and you have another floor. Now you have 3-story building. But you didn't destroy it and start to build it from ground up. You can do it to building, not to human being.
Sometimes we discover when we're growing up, maybe with second next floor, that whatever was serving us before does not work or does not serve us in a good way. So we need to change it. We need to change it.
That's great. Now you learn what doesn't work. Now you can build. Now you can put the ladder on a right building. That's everything in life is education. You education your limitation, and you educate your intention. Here is another thing that's very important to remember. Reduce to zero your expectation about anything in life. When you develop expectation, you take some valuable that you have and you leave it very loose to someone else to fill that up. When you lower your expectation, your intention go high. When your intention go high, this is something that depend on you. You not depend on anybody else.
But what about this image that you're helping people to build? You, me, whatever I need to visualize, it's actually expectation for me to be this person to achieve. No, intention.
It's not expectation, that's intention. You have intention to put yourself in a place that you want to be. That's something that you do. You don't expect that to happen. You intend to make that happen.
Okay, so I understand that you really have your way of seeing things and approaching personal development and growth. And that's why probably you name yourself life and business coach. Yes?
You can separate. Sometimes life interfere with your business, and you need to know when to put the line. I work with the lawyer. He got a big chunk of money. He got married, and his father-in-law gave him big chunk of money. And he asked me, I got this chunk of money. I don't know what to do with that. I can go and build a house, or I can invest in my business. What do you say? What do you recommend? I said to him, I not recommend anything, but I can tell you what you do with money. You can invest in your business. Your business can bring you house. If you invest in your house, not going to give you a business. Now, how does that work? Now do what you want to do.
But as you mentioned, sometimes it's really hard to make decision. Especially you might have 3, 4, 5 options, and each of them coming with different upside.
You make the decision, not me. I don't make decision for you. I tell you what the option that you have. I will tell you a story. I will tell you a story, Emily. I work with some middle-aged woman. She was real estate. And she was in the area and that the commission that can come in 3-digit sometime. It's very high commission. It's very high. She was dating someone that one day she want to kill him, the other day she can live without him. And she don't know what to do. And she said to me, I don't know what to do with that. Can you assist me here? I say, yes, I can. I say, you have a ring on your finger. What is that ring mean to you? She said, this is my mother. She passed away a few months ago. And I will never take this ring from my finger because that remind me my mother, whatever I go. my mother with me. Say, okay, the other hand, you have another ring on a finger. What does that ring mean to you? Say, this is my grandmother. And again, she's my mother. I will never take it off from my hand. I say, okay, I want you to take the two ring and put on one finger. And then call me tomorrow and tell me what you did with your boyfriend. She said, what have to do one with each other? What the ring have to do with my boyfriend? I said, just do it and call me tomorrow. So she put the two ring in one finger. It was feel very strange. So she started to ask herself why it feels strange. So she said, because he asked me to think about my boyfriend. And she started to think about her boyfriend. I redirect her mind to think about something, to come to the conclusion and decision over there. She called me the next morning and she said, you don't know what you did to me. What was the best decision that I make is to get rid of him. He was poison to me. I didn't know how much until I started to pay attention to him. Before that, I didn't pay attention to him. I put much attention to my work, not to him. When I shift my attention, I realize who I'm living with. And I don't want that in my life. But that's what you did to me when you put the two ring on one finger. You make me think in a different way.
But did you anticipate this result when you suggested?
I didn't expect anything. It's not my decision. I don't have expectation. I have intention. My intention that you're going to think about what's in your life that either support you or not supporting you. You need to make the decision, not me. And you're going to turn to me next day and say, because of you, that's happened, and I wish I didn't listen to you. No, it's not my decision. It's your decision. You live with that person, not me.
Okay, Haim. Tell us, please, where and how people can find more about you, how to work with you, communicate with you.
I have present on LinkedIn. I have a phone number and I have a website. I guess that's going to be on a note. I would like to have it on an episode. And I will talk to everyone, to anyone. It doesn't matter. I love to talk to people. If we're going to work together, I don't promise anything. We communicate. If that sits well with us, great. If it doesn't sit well, look, when I meet people, I look at two ways. Either I do business with them or I make friends. So I never lose.
But can you make a business with friend?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no controversy here.
And look, it's business that you want to make profit from. I assist you to make profit from what you do. That's when I work with someone, we become friends along the way. That's the way I see it. I become friends with everyone. I love my work. I enjoy what I do. If I pay or I didn't get paid, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
I think it's a key to your success, to your life at this stage, because you do what you like, you enjoy it, you're learning every day from any interaction with people, and you help people, and you get satisfaction from it, correct?
Yes. There's one thing, I don't help people. I just don't. I will assist, I will support, I don't help. You need to help yourself.
Okay, I accept your definitions. And thank you very much, Haim. It was a lot of insights, and I believe our listeners will think about something in their life maybe differently. If they believe that they need to find the support, not help, just support, you can connect with Haim. Thank you very much. And today I was speaking with Haim Ohayon from New York City. Thank you, Haim.
Thank you, Emily. I enjoyed the meeting. I enjoyed the conversation. I appreciate it.
And there you have it, my listeners. Haim Ohayon's journey from auto mechanic to life coach is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. His story of maintaining ethical standards, embracing change, and finding a fulfilling new path after 50 is very inspirational. Remember, as Haim said, change and transformation in your life are possible, no matter where you are on your journey. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the Age of Reinvention podcast on Spotify or another your favorite platform and leave us a review. Please turn on episode notification and auto download so you will never miss out on new stories and conversations. Until next time, I'm Emily Bron, encouraging you to explore, grow, and reinvent yourself at any age. Thank you for the listening.